Very great. And who did the artwork and illustration on the inside of the book?
Another interesting question. As it got down, I wanted to do something because I read a lot of business books as I have in my careers over the years. And they're kind of dry. And they don't get a lot of illustrations that are in there. And so I was talking to him, I said, can you do something graphically to kind of spruce this thing up? And so he sent me a drawing that his 14-year-old son, Nicholas, had done for the first of the principles. And I was blown away. Now, he didn't know that we were going to be using parchment-like paper. So I knew what this was going to look like on parchment-like paper. I had the vision of it. So I said, let's do this thing. And so his son, amazingly, over 3.5 days, came up with 17 specific illustrations for each of those principles. And so each one begins with that. But this is a very bright young man who has the gift of illustration. And he knocked off a fellow who was very prominent in the mid-1800s who drew in that type of manner. So it's kind of neat as it all comes together.
That's neat. That is very neat. The child had done that. He's probably going to have, if you love drawing, he'll have a great life in it.
We think so.
Yeah. So where can we buy or see your book, including American places, European, any other relevant links you would like to tell us where we can purchase the book?
All right, currently it's offered by Amazon. You simply type in the Pyrate Principles. Now we spell it P-Y-R-A-T-E because that's how Blackbeard spelled it in those days, or P-I-R-A-T-E, the Pyrate Principles, and it pops up. Or they can go to our website, SteveMonroeEnterprises.com. Either way, very prominently displayed, obviously more on mine, that is among the gazillion that they have under Amazon. But we would love the opportunity of getting this book through them.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you very much. Also, we have heard that you do workshops kind of based off the book. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What goes into your workshops? Who do you offer them to? Anything specific you would like to tell us about your workshops?
Thank you. Well, I've been involved in sales and marketing for well over 40 years. And I've lost count, quite frankly, of the number of workshops I've been to, particularly sales meetings and leadership workshops where you go in, and after about the first hour and a half, you're sitting around, and I'm a visual learner, so I'm in the process of taking what I'm hearing and writing it down and making notes and doing that stuff. The folks that are around me, I'm beginning to hear eyeballs click as they roll back, and you hear somehow the speaker's lost them because they're putting up the same old type of PowerPoint and all those kinds of stuff. And after a while, they lose it. And I know that after the workshop is over, these are the 3 things you must have, and if you have these 3 things, then your life will be yada, yada, yada. People walk out and within 72 hours don't remember the first, much less the third.
Yeah, probably happy to get out of there.
Very much so. Or they're waiting for the coffee smoke break, whatever the case may be. So what we've done with these workshops, first of all, we sit down with those that invite us to come in, and we find out what's important to them. And so we take what's important to them, whether it's goals or aspirations or a theme or whatever it might be. We take that and we blend that into what Blackbeard has given us, these 17 principles. And it becomes the most exciting, impactful workshop we'll ever have, whether it's for customer service, whether it's for generating creativity, whether it's for sales and marketing, or whether it's for this incredible one that we have on leadership that just is over the top. They become so engaged with it that they leave there. And then what we also do is, because along with my companions, and then sometimes we'll be up to 5 of us in the room if we have a group of up to 90, we will get to know those that are around the ships that we're part of, because it's no longer a table, it becomes a vessel, it becomes a ship. And we get to know some of them, and we become close to those folks in a way, and so we follow up with them on a regular basis for the next year to make sure that whatever they taught, or whether they absorbed, or whether they committed themselves to, they will be able to share that and will continue to expand the difference that the workshop made in in their lives as individuals as well as the company.
Sounds fun.
I'm excited, but they're just fun. They are just fun, and no one sleeps.
Does sound fun. Is there anything else that you would like to add that I haven't asked so far?
Well, one of the tremendous influences in my life is Neil Cobain. Dr. Cobain, who is now the president of High Point University, one of the top speakers in the United States. I went to see him 25 years ago. And I asked for 15 minutes because he then was one of the top, he was then number 2 in the country as far as being popular. I asked for 15 minutes. He gave me 45. And I asked him for top 3 things that he would do. And what he had done is that he always gave back every book that he published, every book that was printed. He always took that money and invested it in other people. And last time I heard, it was well over $1 million worth of scholarships at now High Point University. So that's what I've done with all of my books. They've gone to organizations for scholarships, or for instance, a wounded warrior housing. That's another one for the Transforming Lives book that went to those groups. All those, Habitat for Humanity has received funds from that. But this one is focused on scholarships. So the profits from this book will go to High Point University, Georgetown College in Georgetown, Kentucky, Pi Kappa Alpha Fraternity Leadership Foundation, and the Mike Rowe Foundation.
From Dirty Jobs.
The Dirty Jobs guy.
Mike Rowe.
He's doing a tremendous job of encouraging young men and women who may not want to get a college education to have a proper background in a trade and go out and make a difference in their lives and in the community. Boy, do we need qualified tradesmen and women these days. So that's where the money's going.
Okay, that is great. How can readers discover more about your work?
Go online, SteveMonroeEnterprises.com, and pretty much everything is there with the exception of pictures of my grandchildren. And I save that to embarrass them when we do workshops.
Okay. So thank you for your time this evening and answering all the questions that we asked, and it was very nice meeting you. And this is the Pyrate Principles. You can find the book at www.stevemonroeenterprises.com, and you'll see a lot of his other work. You can also find it online at Amazon and in bookstores soon. This is the front and the back. Wonderful book. Go pick you up a copy and help out, contribute to some wealthy or to some needy things.